have working door hinges now. It's been quite a process to get the hinges to work using my own design. Go ahead and show you here. I'm not sure I'm really happy with the angle, and I may have to adjust that a little bit later on, but we'll see. They're actually pretty solid right now. When they come down and close, I need to work on this lip down here. The way I stored them, it doesn't want to close in there very good. Of course, I don't have latches on it, which will make a big difference too. Let me explain the starting point for my hinge solution. My chassis is based on the NARC Diablo chassis. The body of the Diablo and the Aventador are significantly different. This applies to the mounting point and angle of the hinge. The Diablo hinge opens vertically, while the Aventador opens at an outward angle of about 30 degrees. Because of the differences in the door shape, my mounting point is in midair. So I needed to fabricate a structure to hold my hinge in the proper location while still providing a 30-degree angle. I used a 1/4 inch flat bar to make the extension from the Diablo mounting point to a place that was high in the wheel well as I could go, so the front edge of the door would clear the fender when opening the door. This put the pivot point about 5½ inches from the back edge of the fender. All of this was done with the body on the car. I later added a second flat bar on top to strengthen the overall structure to the hinge mounting plate. A couple things worth noting. The inner door panel currently does not have any metal reinforcement, which allows some flexibility in the fiberglass. This will be added later. Also, the question is, why did I cut off the top of the lip and widen the inner door panel? This is because I will need to add a window regulator and glass, and the new structure will allow the window glass to be closer to the edge. Now let's talk about the process that I used. Step 1. Cut out an opening in the fender to access the hinge. Step 2. Drill 4 holes in each corner of the inner door panel. Secure the door panel to the body with screws against the rubber door seals on the body with self-tappers. Place the outer door skin on the inner door panel. Measure through the holes to the outer door skin to determine how much to widen. Remove the door skin and the inner door panel. Cut the inner door panel in half. With the inner door positioned on the outer door skin, separate the two halves of the inner door to match the measurement and secure with sticks and hot glue to hold it in place. Remove the inner door and then fiberglass together. Add 4 layers of fiberglass on the leading edge of the inner panel. Step 3. Secure the metal plate with nuts welded to the inside to the leading edge of the inner door skin by drilling through the outer plate to ensure the bolts will align properly. Once holes are drilled, bound the inner plate to the door frame. Finish by bolting the outer plate to the inner plate with 4 bolts. Reattach the inner door panel to the body again so to secure it against the door rubbers. Step 4. Weld the hinge support structure to the Diablo hinge support and secure the hinge assembly to the support structure. Step 5. Using an 1 1/8 by 1/8 inch wall, the bent tubing to secure the hinge assembly to the external plate on the inner door. This part is time-consuming, a lot of trial and error. Once stacked in place, unbolt the assembly and the plate from the door and finish welding. Step 6. Repeat the process for the other side. Okay, got the door put back together. A little skim coat of Duraglass along the bottom. Now this is the side where the hinge will get mounted, and I've added in 4 layers of fiberglass for strength. This plate will get bonded on the inside wherever I determine where it needs to go, and this plate here will get actually welded under the hinge, and then this will get bolted to the door. Okay, I have the hinge permanently mounted. This bar is attached to the Diablo support, who's out there for the hinge. Comes down and then is again anchored to the frame. And up here is the actual removable flange that will take me down and allow me to remove that. Now the door itself works really well. So now just have to replicate for the other side. Okay, now that I've got the hinge mechanism in place, I needed to actually fill in the hole, so I went back and filled it in. And part of the problem was you have to be able to get this through there. So this fits through there like that. Gets twisted over and will get bolted in up there, and you have a working hinge. Cool, huh? All that being said, when I put this together, I didn't have any kind of a digital angle measuring device. I've ordered one and should have it tomorrow. So what this means is that the angle that I have on there ended up being about 35 degrees versus 30. Now it's really hard to adjust that with the body on. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to take the body off. I'm going to set the angles properly with an accurate measuring device, put the body back on, and then those connections that I made from the hinged mechanism to the plate and the door, those have to get cut off, and I'll have to do it all over again. So like I said, I'm just not happy with 35 degrees is just too much. Doors open way too wide, so part of the building process. There's a lot of do-overs. And once more, this is how I'm doing it. Doesn't necessarily mean this is how you should be doing it, but hopefully I can give you some ideas as to what may work and what may not work. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would, and be sure and turn on your post notifications. Thank you for watching.